everyone, my name is Heather and this is my intro to my very first vlog, and this is my gorgeous horse Nelson, who is 11 years old and he's a thoroughbred. He was an X-race horse. Oh, we can't even see you, Nelson. Mwah. We've just finished our dressage lesson tonight, which was absolutely amazing. Worked on loads of different things. We're very much still in the game. Nelson's a schoolmaster and I'm learning what I'm doing. My biggest habit is letting my reins slip through my hands, which is mega annoying, but we'll get there. We had all 4 seasons in one lesson, including snow and hail, which was great fun. Wasn't it, Nelson? You were too busy looking around. Nelson's very nosy and he likes to see what's going on at all times, as you've probably already seen. So yeah, this is my first ever vlog. I thought it would be a bit of fun to do it. I've loved watching loads of vlogs on YouTube, equestrian vlogs that I've found. It's been really inspiring, and I thought, well, I'm a first time horse owner and you know, that might be of interest to some people, or you know, just to kind of document our journey and then I can look back on it, which I thought would be great fun. So we had a bit of a rough start. After 3 weeks of owning Nelson, he went hopping lame, unfortunately, and it turns out it was arthritic changes and things. So we've undergone shockwave therapy and stem cell therapy, and this was in October last year. Now we are at the stage of, well, we've finished our rehab, so fingers crossed, all so far so good, and we're now getting lessons. So we're working on flat work at the moment. We might jump at some point, we might not, I don't know. It just depends on what Nelson's feeling like, what he's capable of and how he's feeling. That's the most important thing to me, is to keep him happy and keep him enjoying everything. I know he would love jumping, but whether his legs and everything would hold up to it would be the question. But yeah, we're having lots of fun, aren't we, Nelson? Yeah, we are. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Too busy looking at everything else. So I hope you enjoy. This is my first one and I can do lots more. We've got lots of things coming up. We've got some dressage clinics to go to. We've got BHS Scotland Ride Out in Loch Lomond, which will be great fun, riding out around Loch Lomond. Get the GoPro on for that one. We're going down to local hacks, and we'll see where life takes us, really. But it was just a bit of fun, and I'm going to document our ups and our downs, because you know, horse ownership, there's a lot of downs that goes with the ups. And I hope you enjoy this vlog and my beautiful horse Nelson. You saying hello? No, he's done in, he's fed up. He wants his dinner and to go to his bed, don't you? Here we are having a little walk around the arena, having a little catch up with our instructor. She was asking how we were getting on, so I was saying how we were working on various different things that we worked on in the last lesson, walking around. We started to warm up, which was alright, but then I got a little bit of a reality check. It's like, Heather, do you know what you're doing, or are you just aimlessly riding around? And the answer to that was aimlessly riding around. So we then came up with a bit of a plan. So I'm going to start now my warm-ups by going at least once around the full arena, just to see how he feels, and do a circle at each end on both reins. And as you can see, the hailstones started to pour down at the start of the lesson there. So that was really helpful to start thinking about warming up a lot better and a bit more purpose, rather than just, oh, I'll change the rein here and oh, I'll just do a circle here. So having like a defined idea in my head just to begin with, to see how he's feeling today, which will really help. Then we started to kind of work on, again, getting more forwards. That seems to be a big thing for us, getting more forwards, and constantly dropping my reins, which really annoys me, but we will get there. Trying to get a bit more consistent contact. We started to work on our transitions as well, as you can see here, downward transition, so we were going to work on that a lot. And what we started to do during the lesson was, instead of actually going down to walk, was to compress down to a slow trot, which you'll see coming up soon, I think. And yes, slow down, using my seat to keep driving him forward, but basically feel that feeling of squishing him together and getting his hind and his front all together rather than just slumping down into walk, which is what we tend to do quite a lot. So that was really, really good, and it was basically about trying to keep him in the nice outline and the nice frame, keeping him more round as we did that. So there we go, trying to slow down. He's bringing the head up, so it was about, no, you need to try and keep that head in that nice position, and then once we get that, then going forwards again, which was actually the tricky part after we got the knack of the slowing down and the transitions within the trot as well. So it was really, really useful to do this, and I have done it a lot since the lesson, which has been really beneficial. So there we go again, nice and slow down with the seat, and then kind of pushing on again. So here we are doing the transitions within the trot again, getting much better this time, using the seat and trying to keep the roundness, and you can see he's not tossing his head up as much anymore, so much more accepting and much more supple, working over his back, which is brilliant. So then we're doing some canter work, and as you can see here, that is a pathetic canter, but I don't necessarily feel it. I have a little bit of a confidence thing with canter at the moment, that I feel that he's going fast when he's actually not even doing a proper canter. So it's good to have the instructor there to push us on. So then we're pushing on more forwards. And one of the things we were doing on this particular rein was I was to bend him to the outside and keep him off the track. And the reason for that was I wasn't really using my outside aids, so it was getting me to use my outside aids a lot more. Then we went back to trot in a little second as well, which was a rubbish transition, head up, but you can't get it all perfect. We're working on it. And then we're going to change the rein and canter on the other rein. And on this rein, it was all about trying to get him to step underneath himself with his back legs. Basically, he's dragging himself along with his front legs at the moment. So it was all about pushing him forwards with my inside leg to get him to step underneath himself and to get him to propel himself from his hind rather than pulling himself along with his front legs. So it was getting much nicer, and I could really feel the difference, which is great. So I need to implement that into our everyday riding, and he's coming round nice and round, which was fantastic to see as well. Our trot after we'd done the canter work was much nicer, much more consistent, nicer rhythm, better contact, everything. We then did a bit of centerline work because I'd said to my instructor I felt like we were doing a handbrake turn, and that's because we were braking on the turn, which was great. We're not very straight, but we'll get there. So we've just finished our dressage lesson, which was amazing. Now you can see it is sunshine, and we had snow and hailstones during the lesson, which was great fun, wasn't it, Nelson? So it was really, really good. Nelson was fab. He was going like a total giraffe at the start of the lesson. Too busy looking at everything and everybody. But he was really, really good, and we are improving lots, hopefully. So fingers crossed we'll be able to utilise some of these techniques going forward and moving into our dressage competition, well, stressless dressage it's called, next week if it goes ahead. So yeah, it was really, really, really positive, and Scottish weather, what can we say? Here I am with our post-riding routine, untacking Nelson, taking his bridle and his saddle off and popping on his head collar, and you'll see me attach it to his lead rope in a little second. Nelson's too busy looking around at everything else going on. He's very nosy. Here he is coming up to the camera, seeing if it's something that he can eat. He's very disappointed when it isn't. So here, hey Nelson, there we are. After this, I like to put his Kevin Bacon hoof dressing on his hooves. I do this after I ride because the sand in the arena all gets stuck to his hooves otherwise, and I just really don't like it. So I like to do it afterwards, and then I know that it's not all getting absorbed by the sand. Then I put on these Veridis magnetic bands around his pasterns, and this is just basically to help with his joints and help the blood flow through to his joints, his bones, ligaments, everything there. And as you can see, I found it very difficult to put on with one hand with the camera, so I set the camera up and then can show. They just go on really easily around his pasterns, and they're really reasonably priced as well, compared to a lot of magnetic products out there, which is fantastic.
Then I'm sticking his rug on after he's cooled off a little bit more, and this is a Swiss rug, which I find absolutely amazing. It's 50 grams, so it's nice and light, but also waterproof, and it's orange, so you can't lose him in the field, which is great.
Are you hungry?